Brew World Order is an official program of the BrewTubers Online Brewers Club Network, featuring the latest news, updates, and interviews from the BrewTubers community. So sit back, relax, and crack open that freshly made home brew and join us as we get to know the BrewTubers from your favorite online brewers club.
The Brew World Order is sponsored by our friends at Imperial Yeast, Beer and Wine Hobby, 5 Star Chemicals, and the BrewTubers online merch store.
And now your host, Leo J. Bailey.
Well, hello, you good people there. How are you? Hey, welcome to episode number 1 of the Brew World Order. Yeah! Being episode 1, it's our first ever, and yes, I am your host, Leo J. Bailey. I think introductions are in order. You know who I am. I am typically the host of a little program called Micro Sessions on my own YouTube channel called the Workshop Studio and Micro-Brewery. A name that is entirely too long and not very original, but the studio stuff covers the fact that I am a semi-retired musician. I love vinyl. I talk about vinyl on various programs, and I recently dabble in video editing, which it's dabbling at best, including this. The microbrewery is pretty self-explanatory. I am a home brewer, and so I love talking about beer, brew house builds, beer reviews, brew days, you name it, I'm going to throw it in there. I'll put a link to my channel in the description notes, but I am also the host of the Brew World Order, which is an official program of the BrewTubers Online Brewers Club. Yeah, that's a thing. And as of this year, we are official. We are a paid membership. We have club officers. We are an online brewers club. www.brewtubers.com. Check us out. Look into everything we do. We've got channels on Discord, we are Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, MeWe, and we have the Discord channel. I'll talk a little bit more in depth of stuff as we go along. But we are a real club, man. We don't kid around. We got a merch store. We have monthly meetings, which we will talk about. And if you go to the BrewTubers YouTube channel, you can see our first 3 meetings as we do post them up there every month as well. We can't go without saying hello and cheers. This is a beer from Ireland. Boyne Brew House, I think it's pronounced Boyne, forgive me if I'm wrong. Crafted in Ireland, Jigs and Reel Session IPA. We are an international brew club, by the way. We actually have one of our members, I'm fairly certain, is from Denmark. That would be Alex from Rock On Beer. We have brew lady Adele from Canada. We'll talk much more in depth. Please do me a favor and drop in the comments what you happen to be drinking while you're watching this. Well, what is a BrewTuber, you might ask? BrewTubers Online Brewers Club. A BrewTuber is anyone who's a member of the club who posts channels about brewing. And it can be anything, man. We've got people that run from extremely professional. They're monetized. We got Brian from Short Circuited. We've got Bradley from Portly Gentleman. These cats know what the hell they're doing. I mean, the look and the editing is sharp. It's tight. They're BrewTubers. That's what they do. They talk about equipment. They do reviews. We've got stupid guys like me that are just nonsensical. We've got guys that do Mr. Beer Kits. We've got guys that run from beginning to end. Mr. Beer Kits like John from Man Cave. We've got Matt, who's got a 3-tiered electric system that is insane. Gary's got a rig like you wouldn't believe, and he's a technical dude. We'll talk much more about these guys. And some old school dudes. We've got guys that have been doing this stuff for probably 15, 20 years maybe. And they run all over the country. I mean, really. We've got guys that are everywhere. So please consider joining the BrewTubers Online Brewers Club. Please subscribe and like this channel. I'm hoping to have more content and content creators. I don't want to be the only one doing this because I got enough going on as it is. But, yeah. So cheers again. What is the Brew World Order? Well, the Brew World Order is simply going to be a 30-minute show that is going to be once a month. I will provide updates, news, talk a little, some of the highlights that were in the latest meeting, some of the things that we get into. We've got yeast experiments. We've got malt experiments. I can fairly well guarantee you that in 2022, there's going to be another SJ Pour Challenge. Any of the guys that enter competitions and win awards, love to talk about that. Anything of that nature. If we have meetups, we'll chat about that. Get on the Discord channel. The Discord channel is where we have lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about. It's going to be just a fun update, quick, keep everybody informed of what's going on. And during the second and third segments, I will do a quick interview through Zoom of various members of the BrewTubers community. It'll be a nice little kind of a hello, get to know you kind of thing. And we will do that. I will also sporadically rotate a handful of commercials that I've made and hope to continue to do so of some of the sponsors of the BrewTubers Online Club and Brewers Club. And I will rotate them through, so you're going to see them as well. And some interviews, news, update, all that fun kind of stuff. Try to keep it as interesting as I possibly can. Once a month, keep everybody informed, let you know what's going on. As a matter of fact, I think one of our club officers is going to be the first guy that I interview next month. With that said, club officers, the next 2 segments, interrupted by a brief commercial or 2, I will introduce you to all of our 2021 club officers, not through Zoom, but I'll tell you a little bit about them, and I will have a link to their channels and such at the bottom in the description. Cheers. Check out this little commercial from Imperial Yeast. I'll see you on the other side. Imperial Yeast was founded on the ideal that if you are going to do something, do it right. Through many years of experience in liquid yeast and craft brewing, they understand that home brewers and pros alike need access to better yeast, service, and support. Their staff has decades invested in liquid yeast and professional brewing, alongside countless afternoons and evenings spent home brewing. Imperial Yeast. Pitch right. Hey, welcome back, folks. Thanks for checking out the Imperial Yeast commercial. They are an exceptional product. They've been a sponsor for the Brewers Club for a bit. They've been, I think they sponsor some of the yeast experiments that we've done. I love the dry hop. That is an exceptional yeast. I'm currently brewing an IPA that I'm doing a grain to glass video with their flagship, the A07. So check out my stuff, subscribe and like, and also to this as well. Look, we're just trying to have fun and spread the beautiful word about BrewTubers. And real quick, before I get into our club officers, let me also mention, that's the biggest reason why I'm here. The most inclusive, helpful group of guys that I've ever come in contact in the world of internet, online. I've been on different groups and such that just blow. The arrogance like you wouldn't believe. But these guys are just amazingly wonderful. If you're on the Discord, you get to see some of the beautiful love-hate relationships between like Nick and Dave. It's Peyton Place. It really is. And then, of course, there's the very spicy and romantic comedy that is the love affair between Nate and Wally. It gets a little hot at times. Worth checking out. Again, cheers. Let's get into the 2021 BrewTubers Online Brewers Club officers. Whew. Man, cheers. First up, Mr. Gary 410 is our president, El Presidente himself. Gary is from Tap Out Brewing, and that rig that you're looking at right there is exceptional. Gary's kind of one of our tech heads. Not only does Gary make exceptional beer, which I have had, Gary has sent me some stuff so I can attest to it. Gary's he's a technical dude. He loves to get into the finer points of things. Go back and look at some of his videos and you will learn a thing or two about a thing or two. There's no doubt about that. Gary is our president. He is turning out to be a pretty damn cool guy. And there might be some really, really good news about Gary coming up very much in the future that we're looking forward to. I believe Gary, I don't know where everybody's from, but I believe Gary is from down Florida way, Naples, Florida maybe. Very cool guy, very engaged, wonderful dude. We love having him as our president. We have two vice presidents. I call them the knuckleheads, the brothers in arms. First vice president of merchandising is Mr. Brandon, God, I hope I pronounced this properly, Delachey, or I'm just going to leave it at Delachey. I'm hoping that I'm at least close to being correct. He is our vice president of merchandising. The picture you see of those two knuckleheads together, he is on, I believe, you looking at the screen on the left. The man to his left, your right, is Mr. Nick Lesagore. He is our vice president of all things sponsorships. They are both from Exit 12 Homebrew. They are known, and I do mean known, for brewing some really exceptional New England IPAs. If I'm not mistaken, they are award-winning with a beer that is called Sam, that is apparently just knocked it out of the park for the judges. I can attest, I have had a beer called Donovan, which is a New England IPA that is just absolute. It's the best New England IPA I've ever had, period. You professional home brewer, craft brew, brewery, I don't give a damn. These guys know how to brew a New England IPA. They also have a podcast, the Exit 12 Homebrew Podcast, with their third partner, who happens to be Brew Lady Adele from Canada. She's a hoot. The things that woman says, and yes, she's a brewer. We need more women brewers, I think. I really would love to see that happen in the club. So there are the two vice presidents from Exit 12 Homebrew. Next up, we have our treasurer, Mr. Dave Phelps from Big Dawg Brewing. I think Dave is up out of New York, upper New York, Rochester, maybe way, somewhere in that area. I can't really recall. I just know that he's a Bills fan, and I try not to hold that against him. Really, I'm Washington. Sorry. Hi, Dave. Love you. Cool dude. Dave is all over it when it comes to taking care of our financials and keeping track of things. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Next up is our club recruiter, Mr. John Smigovsky. Hope I pronounced that correctly as well. John's got some tight editing and really good camera work and his stuff. John's really cooling into the Mr. Beer kits and beginners type level stuff. Very well tightly made. He is the guy responsible for going out there, knocking on doors and getting people interested in what we do. A little of what I'm doing today as well, but we're all here to help each other as much as possible. you do what you can for the club. Just a second here. I can't talk and not drink while I'm chatting with you people, so stand by. That right there is a really good beer. Oh, dig that. BrewTubers Online Brewers Club glass. It's official. We've got some really cool merch. I'd love to show you that commercial, but that'll have to come up. You can, if you found us, check out the YouTube channel. You can see the playlist that has all of our sponsors and little brief commercials I made in there, including the merchandise store. You can buy one of these bad boys too. Serious. And if you're brave, send me a video of you wearing this particular shirt and striking a Superman pose and say welcome to the Brew World Order, BWO, however you want to say it. I doubt anybody's going to be any taker, so I'm going to dare you to do it. That is the first half of our club officers. Coming up very briefly, very quick, we're going to do the official homebrew store beer and wine hobby out of Danvers, Massachusetts. You can go into the store there in Danvers, or you can go online. That is beer-wine.com, and you can order online. There's a ton of us that have ordered things. Gennaro and Erica and the staff there have been absolutely wonderful. They make sure you get your stuff fairly quickly on time, and if you are an official BrewTubers member, you're going to get a percentage off. Now, especially up to the end of March, you get a certain percentage off, and then there's certain things after that. But right now they came on. They are our official beer and wine hobby brew store. That's where we get all our stuff, and they have been very accommodating with getting stuff they don't even normally carry. So check this out. We'll come back. I'll introduce you to the rest of the gang. See you on the other side. Beer and Wine Hobby are a family-owned business since 1972 and have been providing the world's finest ingredients and equipment to make wine, craft beer, cheese, cordials, and soft drinks to countless individuals. The trained staff at Beer and Wine Hobby have years of experience and will assist you in solving any problems you encounter during the process, and they are committed to providing you with fast, accurate shipping of your merchandise. You can place orders online at their website or shop the store in Danvers, Massachusetts. Beer and Wine Hobby, family owned since 1972. Hey, welcome back to the other side, people. Please, if you get a chance, go check out Beer and Wine Hobby. They're a great outfit. We just dig the hell out of them. We really do. Let's keep this rolling, shall we? Next up in our club officers, we have our secretary, the timekeeper, the man that is responsible for taking all the notes and making sure that everything is up to date on our meetings. And God only knows what the hell else he does, is Mr. Sean Eagen. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He is from Brookside Brews. Now, the cool thing about Sean that I really dig the hell out of, not only is he a super nice guy, he has got the opportunity to grow into a killer little space. I think he said the house he lives in is relatively old, and this basement space there's a lot of room to grow there, I think. And the other thing I really dig about Sean is he is a claw hammer single vessel guy, which I'm about to join him in that regard, and I'm very much looking forward to two of us comparing notes on such, and getting into that, man. I'm very excited to seeing how Sean and I continue, because I don't think anybody else that I know of in our Discord chats and everything that have done clawhammer. Everybody does anvils and grain fathers and big 3-tiered propane, all kinds of crazy. We do all of it, people. I'm serious. Everything you can imagine gets done with all the guys, depending on who you want to check out. Again, I will have links to everyone's channel below. please take the time to check them out. Like and subscribe their channels. That's what this program's all about, is just promoting everything that is the BrewTubers Online Brewers Club and their members. So, hey, there's a wealth of information. The last three guys are our social media managers. And we've had to make split it up so everybody can handle it, because we're starting to get big. We're starting to grow. We're starting to get a lot of people interested in what we do. So, yeah, we got to break those responsibilities up a little bit. First up, our social media manager of Twitter is Mr. Dennis Penn. Till I heard differently, I could have sworn he would have pronounced it Pine, but it is Dennis Penn. He is from Woodshed Brewing Company. I think he's up north as well. Dennis is becoming, I think, very well known for two things: pressure fermenting and sours. And I am dying to make one of the sours that he and he is the collab king. There is nobody that collabs on Zoom meetings more than anybody than Dennis. Dennis, I swear to God, I think he's addicted to it. Good dude, though. I mean, I cannot wait to get my hands on the recipe that he and Matt did. I think they call it the Tipsy Smurf. My God, man. I love sours. Anybody want to help me work on some sours? I'd be more than happy to work with you on that. Hold on just a second. Oh, man, that's good. And believe it or not, this bad boy's only 4%. I can just slam a ton of these bad boys down. Anyway. Next up is our social media manager, Mr. Ryan Lewis. Mr. Hayes Nation himself, Lou Brew. Ryan's a good dude. Ryan is all over taking care of the Instagram, man. He is just keeping some really unique content. He tries to keep things broken up in a way that it's not just because all of us are on Instagram some way or another. And he tries really hard not to break that up and make sure that it's original pictures that maybe you only see on Discord, you don't see on the Instagram through individual pages. Ryan's a good dude, funny as hell too. He's got some really cool stuff up. I think the most recent thing that he just did as of today was post up about one of our sponsors from 5 Star, about the tablets, the PBW tablets they got coming out. This is what we all do. We do reviews, we do brew days. I think a bunch of guys are brewing today too. I can't remember everybody who was involved in it, but I know Nate and Nick and Brandon, and yeah, a whole bunch of guys are into it. Ryan's a good dude. Check him out. Last and certainly not least, the one guy that I love talking about is Mr. Matthew Morris. He is our social media manager of MeWe and Discord, which is everything to do with the Discord channel. Great chat, different channels. Some are locked out. You can't get into it unless you're a member. Some subcommittee stuff, but Matt oversees all of that stuff. He's all over it. And Matt is the #1 reason that I ever heard, knew of, and became a BrewTuber. I was checking out his page one day, just, going down a rabbit hole like we do on YouTube, and I saw this dude that had this remarkable rig and was brewing, and it was a big brew day, and I saw this, how everybody loves to do their stickers on their poster board, and he had the sticker with this big green hop graphic that said BrewTubers Online Brewers Club. Looked it up, found the site, checked it out, kind of logged in, signed in, checked out the Discord, and that was only a couple months before we went legit. So I came in at just the right time, thank you very much. And Matt is mostly responsible for that. Just a super, super, super cool dude. And those are the guys that are the 2021 BrewTubers Online Brewers Club officers. With that, I will say cheers. Congratulations to everyone who got voted into their proper positions. If you have a question about why is YouTube not there, it came in late. We had already voted all our officers in, but I am the gatekeeper. I am the guy that oversees everything, but I am not an officer. I do not have voting rights. I have the other 3 social media managers to watch over me, and they keep tabs on things and make sure everything is cool. Just transparency, people, making sure everybody understands how it works around here. Next month, updates, all kinds of stuff coming up from the most recent meeting, and hopefully I would like to do a Zoom meeting and an interview with Matt Morris from Wrecked Brewing, the man himself, our social media manager for MeWe and Discord. That's the man I want to talk to. I'm hoping that he will accept this particular invitation if he sees this, and we'll work that out. Hey, cheers everybody. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, check out all the other channels of all the officers that are below, and consider becoming a official member of the BrewTubers Online Brewers Club. Cheers, good night, good day, good afternoon, and for some of you, good morning. See ya.